Welcome to a very special Peak Merch here at Le Hotel Mount Stephen, the former maison of George Stephen, formerly known as Lord Mount Stephen, who was president of the Bank of Montreal and the Canadian Pacific Railway. This was his home. After he left in 1926, the Mount Stephen Club bought the property, and you can learn. I'm literally reading all this right here, but yeah. Grateful to have you with us. It's good to be back in Montreal. I haven't been here since 2017 when I was here for music, covering Leonard Cohen's Yurtzeit, also covering Montreal Jazz Festival a few years earlier, and Pop Montreal. This is pure fun and leisure with the Peak Merch Travel Companion. We're glad you're here and on the hunt for merch of all kinds. We hope you join us. You are watching Peak Merch. And next up, we're at Winsky, the lunch counter in Mile End that's been serving up hard rolls since 1932. Pretty famous place, founded by Mo Winsky in 1932. Let's go in and have some lunch. A light lunch, as it's known. And here at Winsky's lunch counter in Mile End, you know the egg creams have been flowing, and the Winsky special salami on hard rolls have been served since 1934. There it is, 1932. I'm excited for these pickles. And this root beer egg cream is about to get drank as well. So yeah. And behold the Winsky special. Very good. As the sign says, you ought to always put mustard on it. And gracias, merci to the nice Winsky staff, de nada, for modeling this awesome merch. We got the hat. We also, sounds good, 6366. Here we are, Winsky's lunch counter. And you know, amid the Michigas, it was really hard to model this merch for you. But yeah, this is what we're rocking here at Winsky's. You know how I feel about a dated shirt. There's that front entrance we literally just showed you. Here's the hat. They had this whole bit going. You can't have the one that's out. I don't know if we have any left. Then the woman who runs it goes, how many boxes you want? And eventually they bring out one. She pretended it was like a big schlep to ask, but I mean they know they're crushing it. Look, and guess what? That ain't on the website. You gotta eat the hard roll, sit at the counter. You kind of get sassed a little. It's a shtick, right? Would you say? It's a little bit of a shtick, yeah. But hey, shticks are what life's all about. You know that, don't you? So we found a Japanese paper store. Look at these beautiful prints. Oh my god. Everything here just stunning and totally rules. Wow. Amazing. Whew. So, Yuzen? I don't know what Yuzen is. I'm discovering this now, but I will look it up. So, what utility would one use this for? Is my question. And this is beignets and glacé.
Okay. Oh, just sold that?
Apple fritters go fast. Look at that. God, I want to put some ice cream on that real bad.
No, you didn't.
You know I will. Oh man, I'm an idiot. You know, obviously glacé just meant glazed. Those are glazed donuts. It said glacé. I'm doing great today, guys. And now that I can read it closer, the merch for Bernie's Beignets says, Bernie's Beignet has become my entire personality. Blake Lively. I can only assume Blake Lively visited the shop once and really liked it. So yeah, they've got the shirts, they've got these mugs. Looks like they've got a tote here as well. Some crews and sweatshirts, perhaps not on display. And then all the way over here, we actually have Homer Simpson wearing the merch. So there you go. And just a quick stop into La Maison du Bagel, also known as Saint Viateur, the bagel shop that's been here since 1957. We're here to see what new Peak merch they have. There's not much on their website, but I have a feeling we're gonna get something really good and something this guy would approve of. Let's take a look. And dear God, did Saint Viateur merchandise. I'm just gonna give you a quick scan here. I don't wanna be rude. Look at this. We've got mugs. We've got schmear knives. We've got reusable tumblers. We've got everything bagel spice. We've got magnets. Okay, let's get those magnets in focus real quick. There we go. We've got more magnets. We've got more magnets still. We've got sesame oil. We've got keychains. That would be a really easy enamel pin. I'm just saying. We've got reusable balls. Hockey pucks. Yes, you are in Quebec. Deal with it. Okay? Well, Canada. Nutella for some reason. Trucker hats. Big yes. Salviator Bagel Shop. Bigger yes. Shirts with the logo. You know we love them, but the king, the one that's coming home with us, the winner is Mr. Put him a little more vertical, please. Salviator. Mr. Sesame. That's his name? Okay, I'm not sure if the Peak Merch Travel Companion said that's his name is Mr. Sesame or if that's official, but we'll check. Butt check. Very nice. And what better mark of a prosperous town with a prosperous economy is there than when the adult video cinema has its own merchandise. Look at that. And it's good stuff too. Cinema L'Amour bucket hat. The Cinema L'Amour bucket hat could be yours. Pretty cool. Pretty good. And you think Winsky's is old. Schwarz's is celebrating its 93rd year today. Actually, that's an old sign. It's established in 1928, which means it's 96. So pretty cool. But yeah, this is the Montreal take on this Jewish deli, smoked meat. There's also Lester's and Outremont, but I still prefer Schwarz's, even though it's pretty popular. Their smoked meat, you know, it's a brisket, but it's almost like given the corned beef or the pastrami treatment. It's chipped and really smoky. So slightly different take on cured Jewish deli food, but we love it. I got the smoked poutine in addition to the classic sandwich last night. I'll go ahead and try to put that shot in right here if I can figure out how to do it. So you'll hear me talking and then you'll hear, or see rather, the photo. So pretty delicious. But yeah, we'll also show you some of the Peak merch that we got when we're back at the room. And this graphic is on the back of the Schwartz's shirt. I'll show you when we're back at the room. They've also got these nice hats, these caps that say Schwartz's on it. Of course, their own line of mustard, as all delis do. The French fry seasoning is very good. I brought some back with me and it lasted over a year. This is the graphic on a sort of reusable tote, cheap but meant to be, you know, put groceries or, you know, preserved meats in. And then if you're so inclined, you could also order a whole smoked duck. You've got to just do it 5 days in advance, I asked. And just up the block from Schwartz's, as if overlooking it in a Fitzgeraldian repose, the watchful eyes of Monsieur Leonard Cohen. God, Montreal is so cool. What a cool city. And yeah, real quick, just because it was Michigas in there at Schwartz's, this is sort of the famous graphic, the famous poster, the Hebraic charcuterie sign that you saw. Some hockey players outside eating smoked meat, Wartz's, and then the logo on the back. Here's the logo on socks. Smoked meat socks, also at Schwartz's. This is Peak merch. We're doing pretty well. And I gotta say, the Jewish deli and ephemera food has gotten much better since we were here last. So here's to you, Mr. Sesame. Welcome to the Peak merch family. Woo! Solid day. Now it's time for Joe Beef and some dancing. We'll catch you soon. And behold Buckminster Fuller's iconic biosphere, introduced as the U.S. Pavilion for the 1967 World's Fair in Montreal. This is a really beautiful structure. Now it's an environmental museum dedicated to sustainable ecology in line with Buckminster Fuller's vision for this world, this planet, as our spaceship Earth. Sound familiar? This is where it came from, folks. Gotta admit, I had no idea that they called Buckminster Fuller Bucky. Did you? Bucky Fuller, yeah. There he is. And as we look out over the Montreal skyline from across the Saint Laurent River within the superstructure known as Buckminster Fuller's biosphere, we are reminded of ecology's fragility and also of the fact that Montreal has both a biosphere and a biodome. We went to the wrong place. As a World's Fair completionist, I'm still glad we came here, don't get me wrong. But this is not the biodome with the aminals. The aminals are in another park. So yeah, we're gonna learn a little bit more about environmental sustainability and make our way over there. But if you're coming to Montreal and you're trying to see the bio attractions, note there are 2 of them, not 1. Biodome, biosphere. Biosphere, biodome. Alright, here we are. And in the absence of a dedicated gift shop, we do still see by the ticket reception this gorgeous Biosphere tea. So they've got that. They've also got some Biosphere water bottles here. And then perhaps the star, the peak merch, if you will, item of the Biosphere seems to be this tote with a great graphic. You got the Biosphere on it, along with a few other landmarks and pavilions, and it's saying escape to Montreal. So yeah. Okay, now we're in Olympic Park and we have actually found the biodome. So dome versus sphere. Dome is not a whole completed circular shape. We're just in Dome Town right now. But the biodome was created in 1976 by the city of Montreal for the Olympics. It used to be what was called the Velodrome, so it would actually house the cycling and judo competitions. Then in 1989, to mark the city's 350th anniversary, it became the Biodome, a sort of zoo, an interactive space where nature and ecosystems can educate the youth about biodiversity. I think Buckminster, or Bucky as he was apparently affectionately known, would be psyched about this too. So look, if we had the animals and the exhibits and the World's Fair history in one bio shape, we'd be in a good spot. But this is still cool. So we're gonna head inside and of course see what merch we can find. And yeah, we've got a squirrel here, we've got an anthropomorphic poutine, an anthropomorphic bagel, but I've really got my eye on this Biodome de Montreal magnet here in the Biodome gift shop. Pretty neat. We got the capybara well represented, along with the tree frogs and the sloth and the puffins and the penguins. Everything you see in the dome you got on the magnet. Is there anything else from the Biodome? Let's see. And Space for Life Montreal here, the consortium that runs the Biodome and the Biosphere and the Botanical Gardens, has this water bottle. They've also got some merch, these nice Scullies. They look really soft, actually. Yeah, pretty soft Scullies. And some lanyards, too. So, there you go. And it appears as if these Emperor Penguin water bottles are specific to the Biodome as well. Lots of nice proprietary merch here to be had. Lots of nice stuff. And here, in the shadow of the gorgeous Montreal Old Port Clock Tower, immortalized in songs like Leonard Cohen's Suzanne, with Six Flags' most hated park, La Ronde, on Saint Helena Island in the background, and just beyond the trees, the Biosphere. We've arrived here at Montreal's Old Port for some contemporary circus. Some beautiful architecture here in the distance, and this is also where you can find sort of the glut of Quebecois and Canada themed gift shops. So, you know, hopefully some folks will let me film inside. And we're gonna go to Bolsico Market and see what we can find. So yeah, come with us. Although if you're in this, you're already doing it. So I don't know why I keep saying that. It's kind of like a knee-jerk reaction. So And old meets new here at the old port. Just beyond the zip line, you'll see Bon Market there. That's the big domed market. And even closer, this huge line of red vendors just up and down the Saint Laurent. So yeah, let's take a look. Can I see? And here's some more Biosphere shirts at the market as well, along with these great Montreal and Quebec magnets too. Yeah, lots to love here. Yeah, look at that. Some nice enamel pins as well. Some stickers. There's your poutine and bagel friend again. Notre Dame, of course, the old port church immortalized in Leonard Cohen's Suzanne. Lots to love here for sure. Looks like this Babazoo brand is kind of doing their own version of the Starbucks Being There series. So they've got a Montreal and Quebec as well. But yeah, pretty nice. And then you see this sort of standard tourism fare. You know, embossed plates, don't hate it. You know, the spoon rest. These are sort of grist for the mill. I bet you will find many more of these as we come through. But yeah, some nice stuff overall. So, look at these friends. Huh? Pretty cool. Now I'm just pointing out that we were in this Western wear store and it was kind of like a Quebecois person's like fever dream of American Western vintage. And that's sort of a thing here. I mean, look at this hat, Western, New York vintage, adventures begin. What does it mean? Why is it, you know, strategically ripped and distressed? I don't know, but it's there and I don't hate it. So there you go. Wow, the shirt game at this place is pretty strong. I've got my eye on two specifically. This 1976 Olympic Park shirt is fire and even better. Oh my god. Look at that Expo 67 shirt. Let's see if they have it in our size. There's another one down there, but this one's cooler. Smoke meat, not drugs. Words to live by here. Pretty good. Good stuff all around, so. Whew, they got me, guys. This is what you call a just trap, just pit. And Marche Bons is right here. So I don't remember there being a ton here. I think it's kind of one of those structures that's always been here and there's just sort of random vendors. But I'm going to hop in and see if anything pops out. One cool thing here at the side, as you can see, boop, is the World Press photo exhibition of the winning photographs is here in Montreal through mid-October. So that's an option for you if you're a photography enthusiast and you're in town. So yeah, a bit more grist for the mill here in Bolsacoa. I'm looking for these moose, you know, in compromising positions, doing questionable things. I might have to go to some off-book gift shop for that. But yeah, I mean, if I can find anything in that realm, that would be my priority, but we'll see. And I do love these poutine magnets. I mean, they might look good on my fridge. What do you think? Should I do it? $5 Canadian. That ain't bad. And what better way to celebrate your love of day drinking and religion than this flask with the Notre Dame Cathedral on it. What else we got here? Huh. The Bears, Montreal. It's the Beatles? Oh, I knew that. Pretty good. Pretty good. And here in Montsecoeur, the glass cases in the hallway give you a nice preview of everything. This is, of course, good for a vlogger such as myself, who often risks appearing invasive in merchants' stores, photographing and videoing their wares. Whereas here, I can kind of just bop, and I'm not bothering anybody. This is like grandpa humor merch, the Canadian one. Nature rocks. Canadian fast food. Of course, we know what the real Canadian fast food is. The real Canadian fast food is this bad boy. So yeah, we got that magnet. You know we got that magnet. You know we got it, right? More t-shirt humor for you here outside another gift shop. Pretty good. Pretty good. Told you I'd find some moose content if I looked hard enough. There you go. There you go. Moose, moose, moose. See, dropping here is a play on words because it's falling off the bar, but also droppings mean, you know, P-O-O-P, so moose dropping. There you go. And here in this gift shop window, as we look at an old Montreal license plate or old Quebec license plate, La Belle Provence, and we see the new logo sort of hidden here. Je me souviens, I remember. Souvenirs are remembrances. Merch is memory. So think about that next time you're wading through one of these tacky gift shops and looking at all the tchotchkes. Merch is memory. Je me souviens, and I reckon you do too. So yeah, grateful to you for being here on our trip to Montreal. I've been Jess. You've been patient, and you are watching Peak Merch.